Hello there. If you're like me, you've probably caught yourself wasting hours on your phone, scrolling endlessly and wondering where your day went. I know how this feels. That's why I'm sharing 3+1 steps that actually help me cut my phone use by half. The first two are completely free, the third requires a small investment, the last one is a bigger commitment, but all of them totally worth it. And even if you only do the first two steps, you'll reduce your screen time by over 50% guaranteed. And the best part is, these steps only need to be set up once. So essentially, in just 5 to 10 minutes, you can build a system that can save you potentially hours every day. So let's get into it. The first step is very simple. Switch your phone to grayscale. Grayscale means black and white, no colors. Why do this? Because color is stimulating, and without colors your phone feels less engaging. A study showed that switching to grayscale reduced screen time by an average of 37.9 minutes a day, which is over 230 hours a year. Okay, so how do you switch to grayscale? Well, the best part is that your phone already has this feature built in, so you don't have to download any apps for this. Now, there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube on how to set this up, but basically it's within developer options where you can set the color space to monochrome. Now, it might be tempting to switch the colors back on, especially if you're used to endless scrolling. But even if you do so, sometimes adding that extra step of disabling grayscale every time will just create enough friction to stop many doom scroll sessions. The second thing that is also entirely free is downloading an app called NoScroll. I think this app is kind of underrated. It basically lets you open YouTube and TikTok normally, but it blocks scrolling. Now, why not just delete the apps altogether at this point? That's a fair question. What if you don't have a real productive use for an app? Then just delete it. That's why I don't have TikTok on my phone, for example. But I think many of us use apps like YouTube for learning and work. For example, I upload content myself or watch tutorials, so NoScroll is a better solution here. Now, there are two options within the app, and I'd recommend you to set the app to block everything. The other setting is supposed to only show you educational content, but it didn't work for me. And yes, the app is full of ads, but it's free, and once you set it up, you won't need to open it again. But if you choose to disable it for some reason, you can do so for a maximum of 15 minutes, but only after watching an annoying ad. Step 3 is another application again, called Minimalist Phone. This app completely changes your phone's interface, making it completely distraction-free. For each app you have to search intentionally, which breaks the habit of opening apps with muscle memory. Although with much usage, it's not hard to type in X or YouTube by reflex too. Of course, you need to make some sacrifices to use this app. For example, I like to choose my own wallpapers, but you know, the whole point of the app is to get rid of all the distractions, so who cares? And this app, I believe, is $30 for lifetime access. For a long time I was hesitant to invest in it, but I'd say if you want to invest in anything, invest in yourself first. I'm saying this because I used to do trading and I invested in stocks without any experience, but I was very hesitant to buy a book or a course or an app that would actually make me more productive. Now, if you really can't afford to invest in this app, some people say you can achieve the same effect by making some modifications to your home screen, although others do not agree with this. And finally, here's the bonus hack. Get a second phone. As you can see, this is a bigger investment and it might not be necessary for you. But the idea here is to use one phone for essential tasks like calls, texts and other productive stuff, and the other for distractions like social media, photos or any non-essential apps. You can keep your second phone in another room and only check it during specific times of the day. You can also use your second phone to separate work and personal life. I mainly use two phones to separate emails, accounts and phone numbers. But as I said, it's also a perfect tool to minimize distractions. So if you have the budget, invest in a second phone. So that's it. Now it's your turn to take action. So take 5 minutes now to set up Grayscale and download NoScroll. And try out Minimalist Phone, or try any alternatives, or really just rearrange your home screen so that it looks more minimalist. If you do these steps, I guarantee you'll see a noticeable difference. If this video helped you at all, like and subscribe because this helps the video reach more people and potentially help them.